Hi, my name is Olivia Train. I'm a chemistry major at NMSU, and I hope to go to pharmacy school after this. I'm originally from Oregon, but I received a scholarship to come and rodeo for NMSU. I'm going to give my presentation on breakaway roping, which is part of rodeo. Some of my personal accomplishments in this sport. I was the state champion for my high school rodeo association, as well as a national qualifier at the high school level and the collegiate level. Just a little background on breakaway roping. It stems from calf roping, but you don't have to get off your horse and tie the calf. Your rope just breaks off your horn. Roping calves originally was used to doctor calves on the range, and it's still a tradition today, and it's a way that we can keep our heritage alive. You can be a little kid all the way up to a pro rodeo level and rope calves, and you can do it for the rest of your life if you want to. So now I would like to go over some components of breakaway roping. One of the main parts is your rope, and two of the main types of ropes are poly ropes and grass ropes. Grass ropes are more like traditional, used back when, and they're more affected by weather and climate changes, and poly ropes are snappier, and so they're more preferred today. And so just to make a loop for you to demonstrate, this is probably the average size loop you would use to rope a calf, and this is called your spoke, and this is your Honda, and this is the tail of your rope. This is where your string is tied and it attaches to your horn. Usually we use a nylon string because they break off pretty easy and quick. Another big component is what kind of horse you ride. The preferred breed of horse for any type of roping event is a quarter horse because they're more short and compact. They're known for their bursts of speed. Breakaway roping happens within seconds, so it's important that you have a horse that can run fast and stop hard and get you there as quick as possible to make you successful. And another big component are the type of calves that are used. For little kids, they prefer dairy calves. They don't have a lot of heart, not a lot of try. For the upper levels, high school to pro rodeo levels, they want to use like an Angus cross. No horns because that interferes with how your rope goes on. And it's important because you have to have a bell collar catch, which means that your loop is tight around the neck, no legs are figurated, no horns, or else you'll be disqualified. So now I'd like to demonstrate a run and just kind of walk you through it. One of the components we're going to look at is the box, and that's where your horse backs into. And this is the chute where your calf is standing, and this is your barriers. And you can see it has a flag on it. And if your horse leaves before your calf, you get a 10-second penalty. Calves usually get like a 4-foot head start ahead of the horse, and this ensures that everyone gets the same start. The calves get a fair chance. So I'll go ahead and play this for you a little bit. You're going to watch my head, and when my head nods, that's going to signal to the gate guy to open the shoe and let my calf out. So you can see my nod. You can see I'm forward, my hand's forward, my horse is leaving, everything is snappy. I took 2 swings, and that's probably equivalent to about 2 seconds. The average breakaway run's probably 2 to 4 seconds depending on the setup of the arena. You can barely see the curl of my rope, but it's tight around my calf's neck. My horse was already stopping, my slack was being pulled, everything's tight. My rope, you can see the end where my flag is, and that signals for the flagger to stop my time. So that's basically how your average breakaway run happens. Like I said, they can be 2 to 4 seconds depending on the setup of your arena. Like in New Mexico, we tend to have big outdoor arenas, and so sometimes our score will be longer. Calves will have more of a chance to get out, so our times will be longer, like in the 4-second range, could still be competitive. But at the collegiate level, it's a small indoor pen in Wyoming, and the barrier is shorter, so your calf has less of a chance to get out. And so a low 2-second run is way more competitive. If you're in the 4-second range, you're not going to be competitive. Rodeo and breakaway roping is a really self-driven sport. you have to really be dedicated because no one's going to push you except for yourself, and that's why it's one of my favorite sports, because I'm really self-driven and I just love the sport of breakaway roping, and I'm glad that you let me share the experience with you. Thank you. My people.